I just wanted to say to start the video, I did like a format where I just pick random videos to voice over, so it's not like me choosing the videos, it's just random. So like whatever video it is, I'll just do it. I'm not trying to pick any ones that I like did better in, and I'm just gonna try to show you like the reality of showing and like the videos that I got and the reality of horses and everything like that. So I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm doing a voiceover of my Barracks December horse show rounds. So this is my first round on Apollo, and coming out of the first jump I just legged him up and he was perfect. And so this was the Christmas outfit day, and I wore a red tutu and a sweater, which was very fun, and I was very excited to do my outfit. And then I cantered him up the line just to make sure he got up there, so he wasn't backing off. I could have stayed out a little bit for the lead change, but he got it. And so I think coming down the diagonal line, really good in, and then I could just woe down the line through the 6. Really good out. And then after that I kind of just woed, checked my speed, and then came around to this outside line where I had a good jump in, and then I could woe for the 6. Jumped out really well. And then I really had to check his speed right here, make sure he was going a good speed that I liked. And I could woe to the oxer and make sure he wasn't going too fast. And then he's perfect out. And I was really, really happy with that trip. I placed first in this round. And this is my first trip in the greens with him. Okay, so this was my first trip back with Duby. He was a little bit spooky at the first jump, so we had to do a circle. So that was a little bit unfortunate because the rest of the trip was very perfect. But I was just going to voice over this because I picked it randomly. So it was a really fun trip to watch, and I thought I did it well. Jumped in well, could woe out. Yep. In 6, he was really good. I think he has a hard time woeing sometimes, so usually I'll try and lift him up. Here, that was really nice. And 6, sorry, the videographer kind of didn't get it, but we did 6, don't worry. Good lead change. I think it can be a little bit dangerous with him sometimes because I can get really, really close to the out because he has a really big stride. So I really need to watch my pace. And in the corner of the ring, I just really have to keep half halting him to make sure I have my pace where I want it. That was good. I legged up to the long and legged out. So I was very happy with this round. I was just really annoyed about that first jump because I know he could have gotten over it and it wasn't my fault because he was spooking and he wasn't being brave. But it's okay, you know, that's horses. So I gave him lots of pats to make sure he knew he was okay and he can be brave. Okay, so this was my handy on Dublin, and I came in on the left lead and I turned left to the first jump. I really, really had to sit back and leg him up to the first jump because he was sucking back a lot. Here, I wish I could have just gotten him in front of my leg more so he wasn't doing that lead change. That really annoyed me, but you know, it's okay. It's like a small thing. And here, I thought I rode that really well, and I kept him straight down the line so I could woe in the out. I kind of shifted to the right a little bit. I wish I could be more straight. And then here, I could have lifted a little bit more, but he was still really good, and he listened to me because sometimes he doesn't, and sometimes he wants to like drag me through, but that's why I have my pillow so I can lift. And I really liked that turn. It got me to a really nice spot, so I could kind of leg out, and he wouldn't have any potential of swapping or looking at the jump. Here was really nice, just a smidge deep, but you know, it's okay. And for the 8 was better. I just could have woed a little bit more. And then I thought he came down to the trot very nicely and really listened to me when I wanted him to go. And he kind of peeked at the jump, and I was like, no, keep going. And he jumped it great. I was really, really happy with that because handies are usually very hard for me with him because he's just really not an easy pony. But he proved to be a very good boy there. Okay, so I think this is my last trip of the horse show because Apollo went after Dublin on Sunday. So I think this is my second trip, or maybe classic. No, second trip, I think. Yeah, second trip. And so I came around to this vertical. I made sure I had my canter. He was good. He kind of helped me out there. I was like, come on, buddy. And he was really good there. Just canter around the turn. I kind of had to canter out of the turn a little bit for this jump. And then I just cantered him up the line in 6, and he's really good. I kind of fell over out of that line, though. He jumped it hard. And then this was good. I had to whoa because the jumps were small. No, I had to keep going more, sorry. And then he was good out, though. And then I had to keep him straight for the oxer, especially when I went on the quarter line. And then that was really good. He kind of helped me out there a little bit when I didn't push him forward quite enough. But he was very good. And then here he was really good. He moved up, and then I just had to whoa on the out. He was so good that trip. And I think he was either second or first in that. I'm not sure. But he was champion overall. And Dublin was reserve champion. So I was very proud of my boys. And they have come a long, long way. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next vlog.